Good morning, my friends. Today we're just going to continue to convince ourselves that the Lord is our only hope. And not only that he is our only hope, but that he is willing to speak to us, to lead us, and to teach us. So we don't need to depend on men and put our trust in men. And I remember this Psalm 116, verses 9, 10, and 11. And I'm just cherry picking this, but he says, I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. I believed, therefore have I said, I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, all men are liars. And other versions say, I believe, therefore have I spoken. I am greatly afflicted, and in my distress I said, all mankind are liars. And I think it's important that we see what he's saying. He's saying that when he put his faith, when he believed and was walking before the Lord, that in his walk before the Lord, it became apparent to him that as he was obeying God, seeing the truth, speaking truth, trying to walk in the truth, he saw that he was greatly afflicted. And his affliction, as he was seeking truth and seeking to walk before the Lord, was this: I said in my haste, in my distress, all mankind are liars. So as David was seeking to walk in truth and seeking the Lord, the thing that became apparent to him and afflicted his soul was that all men were liars, that he couldn't find any truth outside of the Lord, like outside of his own personal study and relationship with the Lord. When he looked at the world, he's like, oh my gosh, this is madness. All mankind are liars, or all men are deceived, or they're deceived. They're not walking in the truth. So I think that we need to get to that same place, because we can all have a similar revelation if we just if we seek the Lord. You're gonna get to a point where you look at the world and you get distressed, and you get sick to your stomach, and you're like, what? How? It can't be this bad. But if you know the word, you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, look at the stories in the Bible where God is bringing judgment. Just like Daniel in the lion's den, he was the only one, right? And then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were the only ones that weren't bowing down to worship the image. Noah, he built the ark. He was the only one with his family who was saved when God just judged the whole world. There's so many stories and examples of the reality that there are very few people who are seeking and who know the truth. So just make sure that you are one of those people who know it for yourself. I'm not saying to condemn everybody else. I'm not saying that there's none righteous in the world. I'm saying that you need to know it for yourself first. That way you can recognize who else is in the same boat with you. You can't know, you will know them by their fruit. If you're bearing that fruit yourself, you won't be able to recognize the fruit if you aren't bearing the fruit yourself. So first, bear the fruit yourself, then recognize it in others. Jesus says this. He says, first, take the plank out of your own eye, and then you'll see clearly to remove the speck in your brother's eye. Get the plank out of your eye. Amen.